Really?
Yeah, no. I was rushing.
I think we're live.
Yeah. We 1 2 1 2.
Hey, everybody. Hello. Can you hear me?
All right, here we go.
All
right, guys. Welcome. Got it?
You can talk. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of Hard Work, Bad Decisions. The good, the bad, the ugly. Let's talk about it. My name is Gilbert Smith, and I'm with the lovely
Rachel Michelle Jones.
Yeah, Rachel Michelle Jones, and she's getting her social media thing together. Yeah, so today we were supposed to start at 7:30. At 7:15. We got a little bit late, only because you was actually massaging my son.
I was. I apologize that we're late, you guys. We're like really fashionably late.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
BP time.
Yeah, I didn't get off work till late, so I apologize.
Yeah, well, my son was, he was happy because initially he was set up for a 60-minute session, and then you went ahead and gave him a 90-minute session because you said that he needed it.
He did. He needed it. He works hard. He's an athlete, and I just couldn't leave him until I gave him a thorough massage. So,
Dave's how do you score a hot lady like that, bro?
You have to be so lucky.
Yeah, I don't know if you realize it, but I'm a looker. Like, so, I'm a pretty handsome fella. Yeah, I'm a pretty.
You have to be a looker. I like lookers.
Yeah. Anyway, so my son got a 90-minute session, as you were saying. He was Yeah. So he ran track this weekend. His team took 9th in state out of the whole Colorado, which is pretty good. I mean, you say 9th and it's like that's 8 places down from first, but
this is good math.
Yeah. but fortunately for him, he was it was the first time that his school ever placed in the top 10 in Colorado. So it's a good start. It's a good start.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Elijah, I love you. All right, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna touch upon last week, just real quick.
The last podcast.
Yeah, the last podcast.
The high podcast.
Yeah.
Speaking of, did you need to go outside
and smoke some weed
and get ready for tonight? Are you like a stoner now?
Yeah. So to give you a little bit of an update in my cannabis journey, I smoked that one time, and that was it.
Just that one time?
Just that one time.
That's boring.
Yeah. I honestly think Dylan brought me some weak stuff. So Dylan, you're gonna have to step your game up.
I happened to be there. I wasn't on that podcast, but I was helping with recording the video. And as I remember, you did not inhale properly.
Nah. I smoked. Not only did I inhale properly, I smoked it like a G. I was like
their first cigarette.
I was like,
you know what? I take responsibility for that though, and I think Dylan should too. We both didn't realize how
cool I was,
how new you were,
how awesome I was
to smoking, and we didn't take the time to teach you how to properly inhale. So that was my bad. But I mean, maybe another time.
Yeah. Well, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. So I give it a real shot, and before I fully pass judgment. All right, guys. So today is really special because we're gonna have an edition called Ask the Massage Therapist.
Yay, that's me.
And here's a massage therapist.
Hey guys, I'm a massage therapist, and I get asked a lot of questions from my clients, and I get crazy questions, and I get really good questions, but I just get a lot of them all the time. And I thought,
I'm sorry. I apologize. I hate to interrupt you when you mid thought, but David Mueller, he's basically calling me ugly.
Gilbert has always been all lips.
Yes, and Dave, it hurts.
Hold on. saying you're all lips means you're ugly?
No, he said, not a looker.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I just want to let him know that actually hurts my feelings.
What do you want to do about it?
When I see him, I'm going to punch him in his face.
I was going to say, you're going to fight him, aren't you?
Yes, exactly. Exactly what I'm going to do.
That's usually your solution.
I'm going to,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, you said something I don't like, I'm going to fight you.
Okay, so next time I see you, we fighting.
You're getting punched in the face.
Yeah, on site. Pause on you, on site.
Anyways, so I get asked a lot of questions, and I thought it would be fun to just kind of take all of those questions and answer them, look her from the chest down, to answer those questions for you guys live and have all the answers in one spot, and then, kind of educate people a little bit more about massage therapy, so they know what to expect when they come see me, or just to clear up any misunderstandings. So I got a lot of questions. I asked you guys for questions. You guys were awesome. You sent me a ton, and I have 2 pages here full of questions, and hopefully I have time to make it through all of them.
Well, yeah. Well, let's get started. And I'm just here for comic relief, so please don't take anything I say serious.
He's just here he's eye candy.
Yeah. Yes. I'm the eye candy.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just the eye candy.
He's like the ring girls.
Yeah.
In the cage.
Well, and the thing is, I'm not a massage therapist. I haven't went to school, but you have taught me a little bit, and I've taken some of that information in, and I've used it only on you, but I've thought I've done a decent good job from what you've taught me. Mm-hmm. But also, I'm a person I get massaged a lot. Obviously, having a girlfriend that does massaging, it gives me that benefit. So I have some insight from as a client. Per se, so I think it's going to be interesting. I'm excited. Let's go.
I'm excited. Let's go. Let's jump into it. Let's do it.
First question.
Jinx.
Jinx.
How about? No, Patty, you can still ask your question. Just ask it here, and I'll answer it for you live. In fact, anybody else that's watching, it's not too late to ask a question. If you ask me something stupid like what is a horseshoe? What does a horseshoe do? Like my sister asked. I'm not going to answer that.
And the best question gets a big high five from me.
Ooh, in your face.
Yes.
He's so violent.
Yeah.
If you make him mad, he's going to punch you. If you make him happy, he's going to slap you.
Yeah.
So,
what I'm probably going to do both to David. That's kind of like where that's going to go down.
Well, he's excited. He's ready for it. He's going to snap back.
Yeah, snap back.
We're going to Facebook Live that one.
Yeah. All right, first question.
What's the first question? Why don't you ask me the first question? Give me one of your questions.
Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting to be.
I know you were. It's okay. I'll ask the first question. It's okay. I know you were. I just want to see what you'd say. Test your time.
I was not prepared. I had to come up with something.
So, I'm going to ask, this is one of the main questions I get asked, and that is, did I go to school for this? People ask me that all the time. And that just tells me that people just don't know what it takes to become a massage therapist. Yes, I went to school. Massage is something that you learn through a trade school. And you have to take a test. You have to get licensed. In order to practice massage in Colorado, you have to be licensed. Mm-hmm. So it means you have to go to school and you have to pass your test. And it's just to make the sessions more legit.
Legal.
And legal.
I mean, because people think they could just go on YouTube and watch a video and do massaging or just rub somebody. But, I guess if you just kind of just rubbing on somebody, but if you're trying to be...
you can.
Therapeutic with it.
Yeah, if you're trying to get results.
You need
you
need a professional.
You need to know and understand the body that you're working on so that you don't hurt people. Yeah. And that's a big thing.
You know what? That's a question.
He's got a question.
Yeah, is it possible that a massage therapist who's not knowledgeable could actually hurt someone?
Can a person hurt another person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to make my question sound real stupid. I'm not asking more questions. I thought it was there's no such thing as a stupid question.
I didn't say it was stupid.
Yeah,
I didn't say it was stupid. It's not a stupid question.
Yeah.
Yes, people can hurt people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So David Mueller actually going to participate in this, and he asked the question: what's the best way to deal with the lower back muscle tension causes some pain and discomfort. Yeah, so basically asking about lower back muscle that a lot of people have.
A lot of people have lower back issues. And really, the best way to deal with it is there are certain stretches that you can do. I like to show some of my client stretches for certain issues to kind of help ease that area. Strengthening your lower back, having exercises in your regular routine to help make your back stronger is going to prevent you from aching. But there are other areas I work too. Sometimes it can be the way you stand. It can be from sitting all day. So just working with me, I like to work that whole area, glutes, quads, and then of course the lower back itself. So really
well, speaking for someone that has some lower back issues, especially to my lower right side, dealing with my sciatic nerve and things like that, and I can speak upon the things you have done with me. One of the really cool ones you done was Thai massage, and you was able to do some good compressions around that area and kind of like loosen up those muscles, because my muscles get really tight. And you combine it with Thai massage and some cupping massaging. Cupping, and it really helps. And I definitely like the way you move my body with the stretching. That's also incorporated into the massage. So I feel like I'm getting a lot. It really helps loosen up my joints because you're taking me through range of motions, help loosen up my muscles when you're doing the compressions, and increase the blood flow with the cupping. So that's just my side of it. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, when I do massage, I really like to customize it to each of my clients' needs. So sometimes there are Thai techniques that I use on the table. Thai massage it's also called Thai yoga, and it is a lot of stretching, a lot of compressions. And I like to throw cups on the area. It really depends because there can be multiple causes of lower back pain. So I typically will try different techniques, and then we just kind of assess it afterwards and see how you're feeling, and we can kind of take it from there.
So when you're going through a massage, do you ask for feedback from your clients to make sure that what you're doing is like you're attacking the area? Because some people ask for stuff like they say, for instance, my shoulder hurts, and what they really mean is they traps, but they say shoulders.
Usually, I ask people to point to where it hurts on them, and I ask what kind of pain. If they say shoulder, I'm usually like, okay, is it in the front? Is it in the back? Just so I can understand exactly where the pain is, and if it's radiating to other areas. And when I'm working on it, I do check in with them, especially if they come in, they ask about a specific pain. I ask about the pressure. I ask, is this making it worse? Are you feeling any pain here? Communication is huge in massage. And it's the therapist's responsibility to ask these questions, but it's also your responsibility as a client to let them know what your body's doing, because we can sense, we can feel the tension, we can feel knots and tight areas and things like that, but we don't know how it feels to you. So if you can convey that when you're on the table, and if you feel comfortable speaking up, then it helps the therapist do their job. And
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. Yes.
Okay. So sometimes people get massages and they after the massage they sometimes get sore or sick. Is there a reason for that?
There is a reason, especially with deep tissue, or people who have never been massaged before, or people who just have a lot of issues. Like, everyone's body responds differently. And sometimes you do feel really sore the next day, and then you feel better the day after that, or maybe the next couple of days. So it's totally normal if you're achy. When you're getting your muscles worked, especially if it's deep tissue, deep tissue is a lot more common, or if it's an intense cupping session, that can happen. So don't worry, just drink plenty of water, kind of take it easy, and you should be feeling better after that, like the next day or two after that.
Okay.
So it's pretty common, and as your body adjusts to massage more, you're sore less. It's like you train your body how to recover, and it responds. It responds better.
Well, so you highly recommend after massaging because you always tell me drink water.
Yeah, drink plenty of water.
Drink water. Okay.
Because massage increases your circulation.
Yeah.
So if you drink more water, it's going to help your body to flush out all of the toxins. Well, we can call them toxins that are released during a massage.
Okay.
So, and that'll help you to feel better. And as far as the sick thing, it's not very often, but sometimes people do go in and get a massage, and then the next day they're feeling like they're catching a cold or they have something. Because, like I said, massage increases your circulation. If you already are getting sick and you go get a massage, it's basically pushing all that through your system faster. So that could be the reason why you feel that way. You know, there isn't anything that the therapist does to give you a cold or anything like that. It's just
it was already there. So,
it's just
now
kind of
you push through your system a little bit faster.
Yeah, so kind of 0 to 60 because you got a massage. So, which might be a good thing. Maybe you'll get over it quicker.
Yeah.
So,
so Patty asked a question. When you're massaging, do you prefer your clients to be quiet or to talk? Like,
people ask me that a lot, and I try to touch on this with my new clients when they first get on the table, and I let them know that I have people who talk the entire time, because just talking and chatting, that in itself is like a emotional release, and it's relaxing for people to be able to just chit chat and talk. And then I have people who pass out immediately.
Like, I'm out. See you later. I see you 90 minutes.
Yeah, she's like, I'll see you on the other side of this.
Yeah,
and he's gone. He's out of it the whole time. I have to wake him
trust
up
you with my body.
Turn over. And then I have people who do. Oh my god. And then I have people who do both. I have people who they'll chit chat and then they'll sleep for a while, or then they'll wake up and talk some more, or. It's really what you're comfortable with. It's your massage that you're paying for. So if you want to talk, if you want to not talk, whatever. Your therapist should adjust to what you want to do. So if you're talking, you should have a therapist that will respond back to you, and not the other way around. If you want to relax and zone out and their therapist is like talking the whole time, that, from what I've heard of, people complain about that sometimes, and it's like can be super annoying. So I try to just do like whatever you want. Talk to me, let's talk. If you don't want to talk, cool. And then there isn't any preference that I have either. I really don't care either way.
Okay. Well, listen. All right. Okay. I don't know how to touch this subject without getting pretty weird. It is a question I was asked. It's been asked before. I even asked you that question before. So I guess we're gonna address it as an adult. So. I'm not going to ask, have any guy, but how to ask this question?
You're getting really awkward.
Yeah. So when a guy is getting a massage, I guess I would ask, have any guy, and what would you do if it happened, and what's the procedure? As being a professional, if a guy got a little bit aroused through the massage, how do you handle situations like that? And also, how do you prevent situations like that?
Prevent? Well, typically, I haven't had an issue.
Thank God.
I haven't.
Thank you.
And other therapists have, I'm sure. And other therapists have also had issues with guys asking for favors on the table, which is illegal. And if something like that were to happen, I have zero tolerance for it.
Well, hold on. Because now we jump in subjects. We're actually talking about, and just a guy. He's not trying to get anything extra, but he, things, blood starts flowing and things happen.
Well, I start my clients face down, and I work them thoroughly. Their feet, your legs, your back. And by the time I turn them over, they're usually so relaxed and out of it,
sleeping,
that. Like I said, I haven't had that as an issue.
Yeah.
And
I think it has a lot to do with your vibe and your energy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you come in there and be kind of flirty, whatever, then you could give the wrong impression. Mm-hmm. And then also you could probably feel that vibe out from the guy before you even get started, that you could be like, you know what, maybe that's not a situation you want to jump into. Yeah. Which kind of segue into guys trying to ask for, extra besides just a massage.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think usually if guys if they want extra, they're coming in wanting that. That's their intention for coming to the massage. And I haven't had to deal with that issue. Like I said, by the time I turn a guy over, by the time I turn a guy over, he is like in heaven. He's on cloud nine. He's like not even on this planet, and that's the furthest thing from his mind. So, I don't know. I spend like maybe out of my 60-minute session, I'll spend like 40 minutes with them.
Yeah, I mean,
because usually the back is the area that has the most problems.
Yeah, and people don't realize like when you are, you're doing your job, and especially somebody asks for a deep tissue, like, and you pressing, you working those knots out, and you're trying to get the muscles to relax. That's sometimes like it's not a position to get aroused. If you're doing that, then that's something wrong with you. And I'm pretty sure, as being a professional, if you ever came across that, you'd be like, I mean, what would you do? I'm not even gonna speak for you.
It's so hard to. I don't know. It doesn't really happen. If it did happen, I would just excuse myself and give them a minute to get themselves under control, which is pretty much all it would take. I'm assuming if that were to happen, a guy would be. And that's with someone
who's embarrassed and is also respectful. Okay, we can move on past.
Yeah.
This.
So I mean, like that's not a big deal. Yeah. If he were to say anything about it or make it inappropriate at all, then we would have a problem. But I mean, when
we shut down shop and give me a call.
When guys fall asleep, I mean, I get it could happen, but that's just the body's natural response. So it's not a big deal. I would just deal with it and move forward.
Well, all right. So let's just move on from that. I hope you're happy, Dave. Okay, we addressed it. We wasn't scared. We talked about it. All right. So we just.
It's really. I think a lot of guys think about that and they are worried about that, about coming in and getting a massage from someplace. They don't understand. I'm not like sensually rubbing your skin. It's like I'm working your muscles. I'm digging in there. It's a very different experience. And it's really not a common thing to happen.
Okay. So let's talk about the booking process. What do you think is the best time to book?
To book your session?
Yeah, to book a massage.
Now that depends on, and it's hard to know how busy your therapist is throughout the day. I guess if you're going to one of the big corporate chain places, probably early in the morning, the earliest you can, the best. But
why is that?
Because at the end of the day, if you have someone who's doing like 6 or 8 massages in a day, they might be more tired by the end, especially if they're not taking adequate breaks between clients, which a lot of times at the big corporate places, they're doing people back to back to back to back and not giving themselves the breaks that they need.
Mm-hmm.
So
basically saying some of the big chain corporate places that would book the massage therapist like 6-7 sessions in a row. Mm-hmm. And they have to, because they pay them so little, mm-hmm. that they have to do a lot of sessions to actually make an adequate pay. Mm-hmm. That these massage therapists sometimes could get burned out by the end of the day.
Yeah.
So me personally, I would advise, just like you said, either book early or actually go with a personal trainer, a massage therapist who have their own business, because they sometimes don't need to do 10 sessions in a day,
Yeah, that's one good thing about owning my own business is I get to decide, like I can limit the sessions that I have per day. I can also make my breaks as long as I want them to be in between clients so that I'm not exhausted, I'm not wearing down my body. So, when you come to me, with me, it doesn't matter, because sometimes I have my clients in the evening, and sometimes I have them more in the morning, and sometimes just kind of all over the place. So I book to make sure I have enough time, so I'm good.
Okay.
So someone like me or any other therapist who has the power to control their own time, like, you probably don't have to worry about that.
Okay. So, how often should you get a massage? How regularly should you do it?
Let's see. If your girlfriend's a massage therapist, then
every day.
It should be twice a week, apparently.
Yeah.
But that just depends too. A lot of these questions are going to be like, it depends, you guys. It depends on your body. It depends on your needs. Yeah. Usually they say, as far as maintenance goes, once a month. But if you're someone who is very active, or if you have a job where you're doing like a lot of repetitive motions to where you're in pain more often than that, then you maybe need to come in every 2 weeks. If you're an athlete, or if you want to, you can come in every week. And at the most,
I could jump into this, and I could say, as an athlete, and I'm speaking for somebody that trains a lot, that goes through the extremes. And I would say this with somebody like even before I met you, right? So I'm just talking about straight, unbiased. And I used to get a massage once a week, and because I will break my body down, and I would need to get a good massage to help me reset and start all over. Because I know come Monday I got to do everything all over again.
Yeah.
So for me, it was once a week.
Yeah, and that's for a lot of athletes, or people who have a lot of issues with their body. Issues that massage can relieve anyways. A lot of times if you come in on a more consistent basis, you can make progress on those issues. Like I've had clients who have had really bad back issues, or traps or whatever, and we worked on it once a week so that it started getting better, and it was less and less each time. And then at that point, then you can book out like every 2 weeks or once a month. So if you haven't been massaged ever, or haven't been massaged in a long time, sometimes it's better to just go and get your body, go like once a week and get your body, help get it back to normal. Okay. And then you can go regularly to maintain that.
Okay. So first and foremost, Stephen Maldonado, thanks, homie.
Thank you, Stephen.
For the shout out. The best massage therapist in Colorado Springs.
Facts. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Hashtag facts. All right. So moving on. Do you have to get naked when you get as a client? When you get a massage. So what's the rules with like how much clothes should you take off, or what should you leave on, blase, blase?
So I get that question a lot too. We always say to get undressed to your comfort level. Massages can be done fully dressed if that is really what you're comfortable with. Getting your massage is all about you being relaxed. And if you're not going to be relaxed and feel comfortable taking off any of your clothes, then don't do it. However, if you're comfortable with removing your clothes, the massage therapist can really get into your muscles deeper, and you'll get better results from it. But it is possible to keep more clothes on. And if you take completely everything off, that's really common and normal. If you're not comfortable with it and you just want to keep your underwear on, that's totally normal too.
I get bucket naked. Like, I mean, for me.
Well, anyone that knows him knows that he's always naked. And he runs around his gym naked.
No, I don't.
In every picture, when he's with a group of guys, everyone's fully dressed, except for him. He's the naked one.
If he got it, flaunt it.
Who's surprised?
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Of course he does. He doesn't get naked. He already was naked. That's how it is.
Well, Stephen once again had another great question. Do you think that massaging can help someone with PTSD?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Massage is so wonderful at relieving stress, and emotional stress gets stored in the body, and it stays with you, and it can cause pain throughout your whole day. So being able to get massaged and being able to relax and get that tension out of your body, taking that time to relax your mind and just kind of zen out, have some music on that relaxes you, and have your body and your mind both connected in that relaxed, stress-free place is it's great for PTSD.
I agree.
I have had clients with PTSD who, it's helpful. Yeah. And I mean, obviously it's not going to cure it, but as far as having something to help on a regular basis, like as a treatment plan,
relax the mind. I mean, it definitely helps relax the body. But your mother was actually, we could take a step back to should you get naked or not, or whatever the case may be. I'm thinking she's talking about if somebody
maybe dialing it back a little bit for people that don't fully know the way that the massage room is set up.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have the sheets on my table as well as a blanket, and even if you do get completely undressed, you are in between the sheets and you have the blanket on top of you, so you're covered the whole time. What I do is I just remove, I uncover sections of your body as I work on them. and then I cover them back up, and then I can cover another area, and I cover it back up. So you're never
Which is called draping.
You're never fully. It is called draping. Yes, it is. You're never just laying there completely naked, fully exposed. It's never like that.
Every time I see David Mueller name come up, I get afraid of what he's going to say. Every year I massage my turkey with
Don't even respond to this. Don't even. Okay, David Mueller, you're cut off from asking questions.
Yeah. Oh man, it's crazy.
Your questions are done. No more questions for you.
Okay, so here's a question. If someone came to you is like, I got a torn muscle or a sprain or something like it's really, really bad, can you fix it? What do you say?
No. I would say if you have something torn, like an actual injury, you've got to go to a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what you did. If you like really hurt yourself, like you have to go figure out what you did and have your doctor tell you what's going on. And
questions.
Typically for people who are injured, they need to wait about 3 days. Typically, I mean, different injuries, there's different amounts of time. If it's anything longer than that, like if you're still like really screwed up, then I would say you have to go see your doctor and bring me a doctor's note after you've done something. But when your body is beginning to heal itself, that's usually after about 3 days, and that's when massage can help promote getting new blood flow into the area and healing the area. But yeah, if it's like a real injury, like the massage therapist is not the first person that you want to go to. Just go to your doctor.
That's great advice. So here's another really good question. Do you massage kids, and what's the procedure? What's the policy for that? For massaging kids, ages and stuff.
So anyone as young as an infant can get massaged, and typically I actually don't have a lot of kids that I massage other than my own. I massage my son, and but infant and child massage it's a pretty common thing, especially for kids who have a lot of anxiety or stress or whatever. It can help kids who are athletes. They might get massaged. Yeah, kids get massaged. A lot of times the parents, they might be in the room, the parents are doing the watch. Depending on the age, I mean, I have to have parent consent for anybody under 18.
Okay, yeah.
But like, for your son, you don't hang out and watch while I massage him.
No, I mean, he's old enough to like, I mean, so basically, if I wanted to, I would have the ability to sit in on a session and support him or supervise the massage if I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
absolutely.
that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely, you could. Parents are always welcome to sit in and watch and if they want. So.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about, we
have some other questions.
Okay.
David Mueller asked a real question. I don't know. I feel like he loses the question though after that last one.
Yeah.
So you're back to zero now after this one. He asked if I work with pressure points and if so, what are the benefits to that? I think maybe he means like the trigger points. Like knots.
Yeah, because there's a difference between pressure points and and trigger points. I think of pressure points maybe more of like a what's the acupuncture type thing.
Yeah,
and trigger points the more. Your trigger points. That's the muscles.
In acupuncture, it's along the meridians. There are different points. Yeah, we got a yes. So something we said is right.
Yeah.
I do work along the meridians, which is the different meridian points, and I do that more in Thai. With acupuncture, they use a lot of those certain points. Also, in more traditional cupping, they cup along the points, and the way that I do cupping is more of a Western style of cupping, where I cup the area rather than the points. I mean, I have tons of charts that show which spots needs cups for different things, and it's a lot more of a Eastern medicine, and that's just not the way that I practice it with my cups.
Okay. So what type of other modalities do you do? Because we talked about a few, if you could break them down a little bit.
So, and Stephen had asked what modalities I am certified in, which is a great question because and this can actually tie back into going to school. So when we go to school for massage, it's a very general blanket of how to do just a basic massage, along with a little introduction to different modalities. And every month we're doing like a different modality and learning a little bit about it. So from that point, it is on each therapist to venture out into the world and find out more information on the modalities that they connect with the most. So being certified, not everyone who offers something in their practice is certified in that. So everyone can know the basics, but when you go take extra continuing education courses and get certified, then you know more. Now you're more of a pro in it, and you're just going to be more of an expert in that area. So the things that I'm actually certified in is cupping therapy. I have a couple different certifications in cupping. Thai massage, I have a couple of certifications in Thai. And I'm actually working on my sports certification. Now, we did learn sports massage in school, but I'm taking it to the next level and learning more. And then there's a lot of other like little
So what in the future, what type of modality would you like to get into? Because I know the one that I want you to do, but
hold on, it just flew out of my brain. Ashiatsu. That's the next one that I'm really, really, really wanting to learn, and that's where you have like the bars on the ceiling, and I'll hold on to the bars and I can walk on people. This modality will let me deliver more deep tissue and use my feet, and I just think that would be cool. So I really want to specialize in both of that and cupping. Those things will be the two.
Well, I can't wait till you and I believe you are going to do it. Get certified in taping. Oh yeah. Yeah. I forgot you wanted to do that. I do want to. I'm interested in learning how to do the KT tape. I'm just more interested in learning how to do Ashiatsu. So man, we have this argument.
I know, but I'm gonna walk on you. So why don't you want me to learn how to do it? You're gonna get the benefits from it.
Because I feel like there's some great benefits from that. But with taping, like as you take me through the massage and you send me home, it's like taping is going to make the massage last longer as it gives me that support.
I absolutely agree. I believe in taping. I've been taped myself. So yeah, definitely. I just eventually I do want to learn taping too. Okay, I do want to. That's a compromise. I like really want to learn Ashiatsu. I want to walk on people.
Okay.
And more cupping.
So Stephen Montanaro asked about tipping. Like
that's a good question.
What's the policy for tipping? What's the etiquette for tipping?
So that depends on where you go. If you go to like a big corporate massage spa place, then it is critical that you tip and be as generous as possible, because those therapists are usually getting paid hourly, and it's usually not very much at all. It is not uncommon for them to make
$12 an hour or something.
$12 to $16 off of the $80 session that you did. That's pretty standard. So they really rely on the tips just to get by. Like, so if you stiff one of them, like, it's a big deal. If you do go someplace else smaller or someplace that is owned by the therapist, then these places, they set their own prices. And like I tell all of my clients, tips are always appreciated, but they're not required. So it really depends on where you go.
Yeah, I mean, and it's really cool you talking about massage therapists who are not you, and meaning that you're talking about the people that's working for the big chains and how they sometimes get paid. So it's most people don't think about those things.
I feel like in the beginning of this, I should have said that I own my own business.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna back up really quick.
Yeah. Rewind. Hi. We're going to use the time stone for Avengers Infinity War.
Yes.
We're going to do the time stone.
This is it.
Yeah, and we're going to rewind back to the beginning.
You're going to rewind this?
Rewind the time stone.
Okay, so I own my own business here in Colorado Springs. And
called what?
7 Moons Therapeutic Massage. So after school, I worked at a spa for a little while, and then I decided to go into business for myself. My business has been open for about 3 months now. I specialize in cupping. I also offer hot stone, prenatal. I also am certified in Thai massage. And then I do the regular massage. People ask that a lot too. Like, do you just do regular massage? Do you just do cupping? Like, no, I do like regular table massage, anything from Swedish to deep tissue. Another question I get asked a lot is, what is Swedish? Swedish massage is really light pressure. That's all it means. It's the really, really gentle light pressure. So I do everything from Swedish to deep tissue. So you don't always have to have cups when you come in. But if you want them, I just throw them on you and we have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, all right. That's it. That's who I am. Now everyone knows half an hour later.
Okay. So as a client, if I came to you, I book a session, and unfortunately something came up, and what's your policy for cancellations if I'm late?
My policy, well, I'm not super strict on the cancellations. I know stuff happens, and the first one is like, just let me know. You know, it's try to give me 24 hours notice. If you're late, and that depends too, like, if you're running a few minutes late, it's not a big deal. I usually do book enough clients in between people that it's just a couple minutes, you know, whatever. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. However, I should let everyone know, when you go to like a corporate chain place, anytime you're late, it's normal for you to just assume that time's going to come off of your session, because a lot of times they have people booked back to back, and they can't make somebody else's appointment start late because you were late. So that's very normal to go in. If you're 10 minutes late, your massage is now 50 minutes instead of 60, and you're still going to pay the full price for it. That's just customary in those situations. Okay.
So, you know, I've heard of people getting a massage, and they come back and told me, like, man, you know, the massage therapist beat me up, you know, like, so what do you do, or what should a client do if a massage therapist is starting to hurt them?
Oh, you got to speak up. It is so important to speak up. Like, massage therapists can't read your mind. Like I said earlier, we know technique, we know muscles and tissues and that sort of thing. But like, if it hurts, you got to tell them. You just let them know. Can you lighten up there? It's sensitive there. I tell my clients all the time to let me know if I'm using too much pressure, because I don't want to torture people. But then I also ask them too if you want me to use more pressure, because some people like being tortured.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I like it. I you know what? I think you get a kick out of sometimes when you catch me in a really good soft spot and I jump like a little, I won't say little girl.
Can I tell them about you tapping out?
Yeah, I've tapped out
Okay,
once.
so let me tell you guys this, all right? So when I work on him, he just falls asleep immediately. He's asleep the whole time. But he likes deep tissue, and he doesn't think I can hurt him. So sometimes I try to, you know, test my limits and see what he can take. And one time I was in his, I think it was in your rhomboids, and I was in his back, and I was in there deep. And I was thinking to myself, like, how is he not waking up? This is a lot. This has to hurt. And he didn't wake up. He never woke up. Instead, he just tapped his hand. Like he tapped out. But he never woke up. But I guess that's like his thing for being an MMA fighter. If the pain is too much, he just knows to tap.
Well, so, I mean, tap and snap, you know.
That was hilarious. Yeah. You've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
So I usually just watch your hands when I massage you to see if you're tapping.
Well, okay, so that brings us to the next question. What's some like the wildest noises and moaners? Like, have you ever massaged someone and they was like making noises, and like is that like irritating or what? How do you feel about that?
I've never massaged anyone who moans or makes any weird, crazy noises. I have had people tell me when the technique I'm doing feels good, which I actually like, because then I know, you know, just some feedback during massage. I always like getting feedback during massages, so people offer that. That's awesome. I think my son actually makes the best noises during massage, because he is so vocal the whole time. He questions everything I'm doing. He kind of makes fun of everything that I'm doing, and he's always like laughing or yelling or something. He's the only one that's super vocal. But as far as like noises and stuff, no, I don't get like a lot of moaners.
Okay,
like that.
So here's one. What about body hair? Does that offend you in any way? If somebody came in that was super hairy or whatever.
Man, I get that question a lot. People ask me a lot. Do you get like people that are all gross and covered in body hair and are really hairy? And I feel like when people ask me that question, it's just it's them expressing what they're uncomfortable with and assuming that I would be uncomfortable with it. Because if you're a massage therapist, if you've gone to school from this and you've been doing this, the body hair doesn't bother you. You can't be a massage therapist and be grossed out by body hair. That's the strangest thing to me. Body hair is natural. If somebody has a lot of hair on their body, we use more oil so that we don't pull on the hair because I don't want to hurt you. But it's not like because you have hair on your legs, I'm going to be grossed out. Or like when women, when they don't shave, I get that all the time. Like, sorry, I didn't shave. And it's like, I don't care. Like, that's not something that bothers me. Just not as a massage therapist. And I feel like I can't speak for all
as a boyfriend,
therapists.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you're gonna get punched in the face. Anyways, I can't speak for all therapists. And everything that I'm saying here today, you guys, this is just my opinion from my experience. Feel free to ask any other massage therapist. You might get another opinion. I'm just speaking in general from what I know.
Okay.
But I feel like a lot of massage therapists would agree that body hair does not bother them, whether you've shaved or not, whether you're just a hairy person. Like, I don't know. That's something.
We all humans. I mean, we all humans and we all different. I mean, you got a lot of hair.
I have a lot of talking about hair.
Okay, so as far as time frame goes,
Chewbacca. I've never had a Chewbacca on my table, but if Chewbacca came in, I would massage him. Is there a thing where you can just scratch my back for 60 minutes? I don't have nails, and most massage therapists don't. We keep our nails very short so that we don't scratch people. Also, so that bacteria doesn't get underneath our nails, and it's a cleanly thing. And so as far as scratching your back for an hour, I can't do that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean
that's leads us to
unless you bring me something to scratch your back with.
Okay, so that leads.
I guess I would do it.
So that leads into the next question, which is there any massage techniques?
He's got a good question. We'll do that one.
Yeah.
We'll do yours next, Eddie.
Okay, so is there any massage techniques that you think, from your professional experience, that you would call little BS?
Like techniques that don't really work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like to each their own. I don't want to trash the other therapists who do whatever. But one technique that I've seen that I have never experienced, and I'm trying to be so nice right now. Okay, the whole biting thing. That to me is like, what?
Okay.
The biting technique where.
So if people haven't seen the video, there was a video going around of a massage therapist who was legitimately biting your muscles to get it to relax, and that was super weird.
Yeah, I feel like it's not sanitary at all, and there's so many other techniques that can be used to give you great results. I don't feel like I need to bite anybody, so that's one. That's probably the main one. And then as far as, that's really about it. I think.
Well then, answer Eddie's question.
Eddie, he said, does it matter to you if people shower beforehand, get that bunk off? That's a question that I get asked a lot too. And that's something that for me, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm a massage therapist. I deal with all different bodies. I get people that come straight from the gym, that come straight from work.
Wait. Are you saying if someone has some BO, you still massage them?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, all right. Typically, I feel like a lot of massage therapists feel this way too. Like, it's normal. You kind of get used to being around people and bodies, and I've never had anyone that was like choking me to where I passed out.
And this is Colorado. Basically, you got a lot of hippies that like do the whole all natural, type thing. So they normally walk around with their natural funk, But I'm just saying, you don't want me on the table because I got that black man funk, and that black man funk is a little different.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. I just feel like saying it. I heard it in the movie.
You just want to say you're black man funk?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that black man funk. But okay, all right.
You usually smell like a princess, actually. It's kind of weird. Like, I feel like you should have more of a manly musk to you, and you don't.
Well, I apologize if I take a shower and I actually clean my body.
Is that what it is? You just shower all the time?
I'm sorry if I actually know how to clean my body.
I don't know. You always smell like a baby.
Okay, all right.
Very nice.
Do you
get soft too?
Do you get massages?
I do get massages.
How often?
Shout out to my therapist, Brady, at Be Well Massage up in Denver. That's my girl. She hooks me up. She does cupping, and she does it the same style, the same way that I do, but better. She's amazing. And so definitely, if you're in the Denver area, I'd say I'd highly recommend her. Be Well Massage. And yeah, I go see her. I have to. Like, I use my body for work, and then I go train the MMA for whatever reason. I do that and go destroy my body some more. And
maybe because your boyfriend trains MMA.
Maybe that's why. But I have to stay strong so that I can do my job. I can't be exhausted after a day's work. The more I train, the more I get stronger. The better I can work. I can help my clients. So I have to take care of myself, and I love it. I love being cupped. I love getting massaged. Right now, I try to go once a month. I have another friend that I do trades with here in town, and so I'm still working on getting the right routine. It's tough when you own a business. You are busy all the time, so I'm still working on trying to get a good routine where I'm getting massage in Denver and then having my friend do trades, and then sometimes I get this guy to put some cups on me and help me get some relief, like in between sessions. And I put cups on myself. That's one of the other things I love about cups. When I go to the incline and my legs are like broken the next day, I throw a bunch of cups on them, and it makes them feel so much better. It's awesome.
Well, okay. Well, so we've been talking a lot. Why don't we give a quick demonstration on uncupping, so people could like have a decent visual and not be so afraid of it.
That's a good idea. And I have a question for you, actually.
Okay, shoot.
Why does David Mueller hate you?
What
is your guys' beef?
David Mueller hates me because he wants to be me. Everything about me, the fact that I'm sexy and I'm smart and I'm very humble.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes. And you're very humble.
And he wished he had my body and my intelligence.
Oh, he needs it.
Yeah. And he just, hey, I'm sorry, you wasn't born. You don't got it.
Well, he said you wear more Axe body spray than any 20-year-old on this planet. That's hilarious.
Okay.
That's really funny. Thank you for that. I forgive you for your horrible questions earlier, because that was hilarious.
All right. So, quick demonstration. Maybe you want to explain some of the cupping apparatus.
Let me talk about cupping a little bit for those of you who aren't familiar.
And some of the benefits.
If you check out my 7 Moons Therapeutic Massage page, you'll get a lot. He wants to know why your arms are so much smaller these days.
That's a damn lie. These are pythons over here.
He doesn't lift anymore.
Yeah.
So if you check out my 7 Moons Therapeutic Massage Facebook page, I'm also on Instagram as 7 Moons Massage. There's plenty of pictures as well as more detailed explanation of the different cupping sessions that I do. Cupping can be done from a really light intensity to really deep tissue intensity. And in front of me, these are some of the different cups here that I use. I'll show you guys. What it does is it loosens tension. We're going to be using negative pressure when we cut. So we're like lifting everything up. So with massage, we're using compression, pushing everything down, pushing the muscles down. This is like doing the opposite of that. But when we put the cup in place, it's going to bring new blood flow into this area. And new blood is huge for muscle recovery, for aiding in injuries, healing.
It could probably also help with muscle growth too. I mean, we get new blood to get more nutrients to the muscles. It helps to recover, helps to grow, helps to repair.
So you need some cups on your arms? Is that what you're saying? So you can get your arms big again?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So it also increases circulation. There's tons of benefits. And I mean, you can just Google the benefits of cupping and do a little research on it to find out everything it does. But I mean, it can be used for so many different things. It aids in digestion. For some of my clients, I actually do an abdominal cupping to improve their digestion. It's great for cellulite. It helps to get rid of cellulite. So I do cellulite cupping on some people. I do facial cupping, which is essentially like getting a facelift when I do the face cupping. So there's a lot that you can do with cupping. We have 3 different types of cups here. I have my plastic cup with a pump, and I'm just going to use this to pump the air out of the cup to lift the tissue. Those come in different sizes. This is a new one that I got, and it's a twisty one. So I put it on you, and I twist the cup, and that twisting lifts everything up. This one's actually pretty cool. I kind of like these ones. And then this last one that I have is for doing more of the traditional cupping. Cupping's been around for like 200 years. And the way that they did it and the way that they still do it, the traditional way, is with a flame. They take fire and they put it inside the cup, and then they put that directly onto the person. And then as the air cools inside, it lifts all the tissues up. Now, fire cupping is one of my favorite ways to do it, mainly because I really enjoy playing with fire. But it's not something that I offer.
Don't try this at home, kids.
It's not something that I offer at my office, at my practice, because I'm not allowed to have a candle there, let alone a torch that I'm playing with openly. So
yeah, that's a basic the building policy because the building doesn't have fire insurance. So
and a lot of buildings are that way. So
yeah. That sucks.
When I move into a place that'll let me play with fire, I will definitely offer it. I do like to do fire cupping at home on him, just because, like I said, it's fun. I like playing with fire. And but the benefits that you get from cupping, I mean, they can all be gotten from any of these things. The last other cup that I have here, this is a silicone one, and this one is just great for doing like a moving technique that I do, where I'm moving the cups all around. So the cups can be left in place, or you can actually move the cups while they're on you. So yeah, there's a lot that you can do with it. So depending on what area I'm cupping and what your needs are.
You want to show one quick example?
I do. I need somebody. I need a volunteer.
Yeah. He's like,
Kelly!
Yeah. Volunteer.
Hi, I need you to volunteer.
Post!
Come here, darling.
So basically what she's going to do with her son, she's going to demonstrate how cupping can be done and how painful is not. It's not painful at all. So it's going to be pretty cool to actually see. I kind of give you some space here.
Hey, Bubba. Oh, you did come in the middle here, or
yeah,
where are you going?
Yeah, you can.
All right, coming in here. Hey, everybody. This is my little spawn here, my little offspring. This is Kevin. Kevin is my kid. He's 12, and I cup him a lot. He's super ticklish, so I can't always give him a massage. But when his body hurts, I can stick some cups on the area, and it can at least give him some relief and loosen some tension. And he loves the way it feels.
Yeah, especially since Kevin's been doing some boxing at Victory MMA and Hustle Hard Boxing.
Yeah. Located at Academy.
Located at 254 South Academy Boulevard. Colorado Springs, Colorado.
You know what? I forgot to grab the lotion. You go grab the lotion for me?
I grabbed the lotion. Okay, I'm gonna go grab the cocoa butter. Nah, I do.
Oh my gosh. No, get the regular lotion. Kevin, say hi to everybody. Grandma's watching. Look, she said hi, Buster.
Oh, hi.
That one's updated. This one's that one's old. Yeah.
So
yeah, look at that one. That one, I'm watching this one. So, do you like being cupped?
Yeah.
What do you like about it? Tell me about it.
It feels really good. I like massaging. It's kind of like, since I'm really ticklish, it kind of tickles me, but when it cups, it's just kind of like sucking up instead of rubbing, so it doesn't really tickle me.
Yeah. Does it hurt? No, it doesn't? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I put a cup on you? Put a couple cups?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Alright, you guys, I'm going to cut my kid. A little demonstration here. I'm going to put a little bit of...
Oh, man, look at those guns, man. Put those guns away. Do you got a license for that?
I know, you're embarrassing him.
Yeah.
You're making him look bad.
Yeah.
Alright, so put a little bit of lotion on you, and then which one do we want to do here? You're going to do this little one?
Yeah.
Or do a big one?
So like
This one's a little too big. How about this one? I have to have fire for that one.
Put that on my face.
And I do plan on making a fire cupping video, just so you guys can see what it looks like, one day.
So just because I know, because me and Rachel and I have talked about this a lot. She don't just put cups anywhere. She don't just plop a cup and just on a spot just because it's an open spot. I believe you cup along the muscle fibers or sore areas, the muscle knots. You really attack areas that needs that type of tension release. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, no, it's not random. I don't just put cups wherever. It's very intentional when I put cups wherever you're hurting. And sometimes it is over bony areas. Sometimes it is over the tendons. Sometimes it's over the muscles. It just depends on what I'm working. And if you go to a therapist who is certified and knows what they're doing, you're not just going to get random cups.
Your hair's in the way.
Hair.
Wow.
Hair's always in the way.
Yeah.
So how does it feel?
Good.
Yeah, feels okay?
Mm-hmm.
So explain what's going on with the fact that it's turning red.
It is turning red. That is blood that's being brought to the surface.
Is his shoulder shy?
Is it what?
Nothing. Sorry. Bad joke.
Is it shy? That was horrible.
You turn red when you,
Do you turn red?
Yeah.
Do you turn red when you're shy?
Okay, let's not be a racist right now.
I'm just asking, because you're the one that brought up how you turn red.
Is that a black joke?
No, I was just asking if you turn red. Because I've yet to see you turn red.
No, I turn more black. Power to the people. Wakanda forever.
He turns blacker. That's great. Anyways. So the blood's being brought to the surface of the skin, and what the cup is doing as it's sitting here is it's pulling any stagnation, any toxins that are in your muscles. They're being pulled to the surface of the skin. So another common way to do cupping, something that I don't do, is called wet cupping. And the way that works is the surface of the skin is actually penetrated, and that stagnant blood it comes out. Right then and there, the cup fills up with blood. It's not something that I do. It's more commonly practiced in the Eastern cultures, but that's something. You guys Google wet cup and you'll see some pretty wild pictures if you like looking at blood. But so I don't do that. Instead, I just leave the cup on and pull everything up to the surface of the skin. At this layer, your circulatory system as well as your lymphatic system is going to be able to attack everything that's up there and flush it out of your body. That's why we tell you to drink a bunch of water to help get everything flushed out. So
how long do you keep the cups on?
For him, we're just gonna do a few minutes here.
Can we do more than a few minutes?
he wants a whole session now. He got a little taste.
He gets cupped a lot.
Yeah.
For my regular first time clients, it's usually like 10 minutes starting out. 5 to 10 minutes, and then you can kind of gradually build up from there. You have to.
Yes, I'm black.
Who said you're black?
Yeah.
Wait, the word's what? Oh yeah.
My best friend.
Yes. And Steven said Kevin needs to take over his show, which I agree, because everyone loves him.
What? Why is everybody that comes on the show get more love than I? I started this thing. Where's my love at?
Ugh.
I'm the best thing ever, and I'm so humble.
Are there risks involved with cupping for people and with blood thinners?
That's a good question.
It just depends on why you're on blood thinners and what other issues you have going on and everything. I always get a full medical history of people. We talk and do an intake. I haven't filled out an intake form. We also kind of do a verbal intake so I can find out what's going on. But if you are on blood thinners, I would just do a less cupping, less duration, maybe a little less intensity, and then we would just kind of take it from there. What I like to do is see how your body responds to it when you're on my table, when you get this gradual introduction. See how you like it, how you feel with it, and then the next time you come in, if we want to take it up a little bit more, we can. And that's the way that I like to do it. And I go up to 20 minutes is the max that I'll keep a cup on.
Well, and I think that goes along the line when somebody, like a fighter, is cutting weight.
Yeah, when a fighter's cutting weight and they cut and they're so dehydrated. I have fighters that I work on who I've cupped them when they're at their walking around weight, then I've cupped them when right before a fight, and the toxins are pulled out way quicker. I'll leave the cups on half as long. just because their body is so dehydrated. So I just do a lot more general sessions. So everybody's different, and I always err on the side of caution. I always do. I don't want to hurt anybody, and so I always start
except for if your name is Gilbert.
I do want to hurt him. You know what's funny is when I first started with you, I even left him on for 10 minutes, and you complained.
What?
You're like, I could take more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm an athlete.
I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? You see these guns? You see these guns?
And it's like, no, your body has to get used to it. In fact, when I first cupped him, he had the cup kisses that I'm about to show you. Hopefully Kevin will have a kisser. I think he will. We're going to pull it off.
No.
Yay. Okay. And you want to show the camera?
Oh.
So Kevin's got this little round...
made famous by
circle here.
What's that dude's name? Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps, yeah. And he said he's itchy too. That's totally normal. That is that's just your circulation causing it to itch. And he's got this little red round mark. Now it's not a dark mark. Sometimes they're like dark red or like purple in color, and that's the toxins that have been.
And yes, black people, we can get cup kisses too. Okay, I know you're going to ask that, David Mueller, so I'm just going to shoot it out there.
In the beginning, he did. Yeah, he actually... Well, what's funny is I didn't know if you would. I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. And he did. He got, like, these purple marks. In the beginning,
I get discriminated against my own girlfriend.
I mean, like, you're not going to turn red.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what's going to... Oh, okay.
Like,
anyways.
Yes, black people can also get sunburned, too, you know?
So, anyways, the more you get cupped, the less likely the marks are going to show up. Your circulation's going to improve, and over time, people get them less and less. So, like, Kevin has his. He has this little mark. That's probably going to go away, and, like, it'll probably be gone by tomorrow. It's so light. But sometimes the marks can be a lot darker, and they can last anywhere from, like, a couple hours to a couple weeks. That's totally normal. They don't hurt to touch. Does that hurt?
Yes, it hurts really bad.
Kevin, I'm serious.
You got millions of viewers.
Millions of people. The whole world is watching.
6.
No, it's not 6. 6 million.
6 million.
Yes. That's 5. He's lost one. But it's not a bruise. It looks like a bruise. It's not painful to touch at all. It's more like a hickey. In fact, we call them cup kisses.
Cup kisses.
Cup kisses. So he's got a little cup kiss on his shoulder. Yeah. Kevin, thank you so much for letting me demonstrate on your shoulder there. I appreciate it.
Wakanda forever. All right.
So,
no, Dave is not funny. He's not funny at all. Patty, do not.
He's got another question that we're not going to answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, though, David Mueller. So that's cupping. I encourage everyone to try it, or at least let me know what's going on with your body, so I know that you're okay to do it. I don't cup pregnant women, and I don't cup on brand new injuries, I guess it just depends. You just tell me what's going on with you, and I'll let you know if we can put some cups on you or not. And you can try it. I always throw it in for free your first time. So
okay, so I have a question. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you on the lookout for a massage therapist, and let's say you don't live in Colorado Springs, mm-hmm. or if you do live in Colorado Springs, you know who to talk to. Rachel Michelle Jones, 7 Moons Therapeutic Massage. But
I need a t-shirt.
Yeah, but if for some reason you don't live here, mm-hmm. but you're looking for a massage therapist, how do you choose a good massage therapist? Like, there's so many different ways to look for. Like, how would you choose?
That's a good question. And massage therapists are all so different and unique, and they offer different things. They have a different touch. They have different levels of expertise. It can be tough finding a good one.
I have an option. How to choose? You
asked me a question you're going to do the answer to?
What? I mean, go to the testimonials. If they have...
Let me finish.
Oh, shoot.
Anyways,
what you yelling at, girl?
Anyway, so one thing you can do is ask for recommendations, of course, from your friends, from people that you know and trust. If someone you know and trust is telling you someplace is great, whatever, you better chance of going there and, they're doing a good job. But also the reviews. Yeah, definitely read through people's reviews. If they are a legit business, they'll have either maybe a Facebook page or a Google business page, and they'll have reviews. Take a minute to look through them, see what people are saying about them, and you can kind of gather some information there first before you book with them.
Yeah,
and if anyone is curious about me, feel free to go look at my reviews on my Facebook page.
Yeah,
Seven Moons Therapeutic Massage.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things you are very proud of is all the testimonials that you have obtained being in business. What 3 months, 3.5 months, something like that.
Yeah, it's about 3 months now,
and
I have the best clients. My clients are wonderful, and I've gotten a lot of really, really nice reviews, and I've just been blown away at how kind people have been. And
I think it's the opposite. I think people have been blown away how good you are with your technique and the passion you have for healing people or helping people feel better. So I think it could definitely go both ways.
That's sweet. I appreciate that. I don't know. I love what I do. So I like to try to make people feel better, and people seem to really like it. So I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Well, okay. So we have just a couple more questions, and I'm gonna try to run them down. I have one. If you are injured and it can be a massage, how soon should you go see a massage therapist?
Oh, that's something I actually mentioned that earlier, but I'll answer that again. And it's usually 3 days. You usually want to wait 3 days before you're injured, before you did something to go see a massage therapist. But if it's like a legit injury, like you're hurting, like you really tore something or whatever, go see a doctor and get cleared from them to get massaged. Some places won't even work on you if you go in and you're like, oh, I hurt my shoulder, and they'll be like, well, you have to go get a doctor's note then. So it really depends on what happened, because not everybody runs to the doctor as soon as they have a little pain. So is it something that's just like a little ache, or, it depends.
Okay.
But if you have any thought in your mind that you might actually be injured, like, go see a doctor first and then get cleared to come see me.
Okay, so what is your favorite type of, your least and favorite type of person to massage?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. So, my favorite type of person, I love working on so many different types of people. But I would have to say my first timers are the people that I really get excited about. And I don't just mean first time for me. I mean like the people who are brand new to the world of massage, who have no idea what it is, especially if they're kind of intimidated or if they're a little nervous or uncertain. Because when I first got massage, I was super intimidated. I was given a gift card to get a massage, and I held onto that gift card for 2 years before I used it because I was so just uncomfortable even with the idea of massage that I just wouldn't go. And the place was like right around the corner from my house too. I didn't go for 2 years. Finally, I was in so much pain that I broke down and I went. And I absolutely loved it. But I know what it feels like to be that first timer and to be nervous and to be unsure. And I love that I get the opportunity now to really break it down for people, make them feel comfortable and connect with them and show them this world of massage that I've fallen in love with. And that is really exciting to me, especially after the massage when they feel so happy and they feel so much better and they're expressing that to me. It's like, I'm so glad that I got to introduce this to you the way that I did, which I feel is the right way that it should be introduced.
Okay, and the least person you don't like massaging?
I think the hardest people to massage are the people that don't want to be there. And I don't get a lot of them, but sometimes those people who are uncomfortable or they don't like massage or whatever.
Or they kind of close-minded to,
They're close-minded to it, or they make fun of it, or maybe one of their spouse just made them come and they refuse to relax. They're not here for it. Like, I can't do my job all by myself. I need my clients to participate, and all you have to do to participate is to be open to just laying there and relaxing and just being open to the experience. I try to make it as comfortable as possible. I let you pick what music we listen to. I make sure my table is warm enough for you. Like, I do everything I can to help you to relax. But if you're going to come to me and you don't want a massage, it's just harder to work on you.
Wait. So I can pick my own music? So, like, I could...
No, you can't. But everyone else can.
Just on DMX. Okay, so moving on. Would you want to massage a massage therapist?
Oh, I love massaging massage therapists. Some people are intimidated by doing that. Some therapists are, which I totally understand. But when you're massaging someone who really knows what you're doing and everything you're doing and really understands it, I mean, I think it's exciting. I love feedback. If I massage a therapist and they wanted to give me some feedback, I'm so open to hearing that. So yeah, if there's any massage therapists out there that want to be able to come see me and get work done, absolutely, I love massaging therapists.
Okay, so I think we covered so much, but I'm if you got something you want to touch.
Oh, are we done?
I mean, we kind of touched upon a lot of these in different ways. So I don't know if I want to
get this one a lot. How can I prevent knots?
Okay.
A lot of time when I work on people's knots, people are always asking, like, how can I prevent that from happening? Truly, guys, there's no way to 100% prevent your body from ever hurting or having knots. It's totally normal to have them. It's totally normal to be tense. You can do a lot to have less knots by taking care of yourself, by having a regular exercise. Yeah, well, I'll do that one next. Or having a regular exercise program, drinking a lot of water, stretching regularly, getting massaged regularly. These are types of things you can do to decrease that tension in your body. But just because you have a knot doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. I do get people who freak out and they're like, oh my God, what is that? And I'm like, that's a knot. And they're like, oh no, how did it get there? Like,
is it a tumor?
Yeah, like, it's okay.
Is it cancerous?
Chill out. I'm going to bust it up. We'll be fine.
Yeah, okay. Well, so talk a little bit about your price structure, because you actually do it a little bit different. Because most people charge like for modalities, and I'll let you explain it.
So I just charge for my time. And right now, the special that I have is I do a special for first timers. Your introductory offer I have, it's a 60-minute full body session is just $50, and that does include cupping for free. So if you do want to try it, this is the perfect opportunity, because you're not going to have to pay a whole bunch more to try it. Just come to up on my table. I'll explain it to you. I'll gradually introduce you to it, and it's $50 for 60 minutes or $75 for 90 minutes. That's the special that I have going on right now.
Yeah. So basically, if I came in and I wanted to get Swedish, or I wanted to get a Thai, or I want a deep tissue, basically it's all going to be the same price, because I'm not paying for the modality. I'm just paying for your time. So 60 minutes is going to be 60 minutes regardless.
Yeah, 60 minutes. That's it.
Okay.
There are just a couple other ones that are really common that I wanted to answer really quick.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry we're going over on time. We started late and now we're running late, and he got me talking and I won't shut up, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
You can leave if you want. I mean, I'm glad to have you here on my show. I'm fine. I can just keep going. Okay, so a couple of things. Someone asked if people unload their problems during a massage. Is it like a hairdresser where people come in and they unload their problems? And I touched on that a little bit. People ask me that a lot too. And again, talking is like an emotional release for a lot of people. So for people to come in and unload their problems, or just talk about things that are interesting to them, or ask me a lot of questions, whatever it is, that's totally common. So I do get that a lot. And client confidentiality is huge to me. So people tell me stuff and it never leaves the room. Like, I have a lot of integrity in that. I want people to feel like they can come to me and they can talk to me, and I'm not going to turn around and gossip about it to whoever. So I get that a lot. One really fun question my mother asked was if I've ever stepped on anybody's hair. And
I saw that question, and I didn't know how to ask it. I was like, what did that? I was confused by that. But
I have stepped on somebody's hair before. I
must have been her, huh?
It sure was.
It was her. Okay.
So I'll tell you really briefly here about my mom. She is the type of person who, she's never been massaged before. And when I went to school for massage, she let me know right up front, you're never practicing on me. She does not like massage. She does not like being touched and having her muscles rubbed. The idea of it made her, grosses her out. She's just not into it at all. She let me know up front. I'm like, okay, cool. I respect that. And I get that a lot too. I get people that say, I just don't like massage. You don't like massage? Cool. If you ever want to try it, let me know. If not, I totally respect that.
Yeah, so you don't pressure anyone into it.
No. People, if they don't like it, then if you're not gonna like it, you're not gonna like it. Don't come to me uncomfortable and not wanting it and closed off to it and angry and like come try it or don't. It's not a big deal to me. So she'd never wanted to be massaged, And after maybe a couple years of massaging, because this is just recently, that she told me she would let me do the cupping on her because there's not so much of the physical contact. I'm not like kneading her muscles. And she said she would try that because she has a really big knot in the base of her neck, which is a very common place for a lot of people. A lot of people store their stress in their neck and their upper back. Emotional stress, physical stress, like that's a tight place on everybody. And she's had this knot for years and never done anything about it. So I was so worried about making her uncomfortable that I wasn't fully paying attention. Now, in my defense, my mom's hair comes like all the way down to her butt. Her hair is long.
She do got long
she
hair.
has long hair.
Yeah.
And so she was face
She got
down,
like that Indian
and
hair.
she had it all like just down on the ground. And it wasn't just touching the ground; it was like in a pile on the ground. And yeah, she said something like, "Are you standing on my hair?" And I looked down, and I was, and yeah, I stood on her hair. But I learned to look. And not step on people's hair, and I felt so bad because I was trying so hard to make her comfortable in a situation when she already told me she was uncomfortable, and then I went and stood on her hair. So, thanks, Mom. Thanks for letting me tell that story. I did ask her first if I could share that story. But one benefit, though, out of that session is that I put the cups on her, and I did a very light suction, very light, lightest I've ever done. I wasn't even sure if it was going to work. And moved it around in that area, let the cups sit in that area for a little while. And and she actually said she felt a difference, and she really liked the cupping. So I just wanted to say, for those people who don't like a lot of pressure or don't like a lot of deep tissue or being touched, cupping is an alternative for that. And as far as I know, yes, my mom does like him. I guess it's because what was it? Because you're so. What were all those stupid things you were saying earlier about why you were so great?
Oh, because I'm handsome.
Because he's handsome.
I'm smart, intelligent.
He's smart. He's intelligent.
I'm incredibly sexy. I'm super athletic.
It's all the reasons why David Miller wishes he could be him.
Yeah.
Those are the same reasons.
And my biggest quality is that I'm humble.
And that is.
Yeah, that's my biggest quality. I'm very humble.
It's so funny because he's not being humble, and he says he is. Isn't that great, you guys? So funny. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Do you have to be hurting to get a massage or for a massage to be effective?
That's a really good question, and I get that a lot too. People think that they have to put up with deep tissue in order for it to be effective, and that's not always true. You don't always have to. It doesn't have to go to deep tissue. Everybody has different issues. It depends on what the problem is. But if you really don't like deep tissue, if you hate it, you can ask your therapist to use a little bit less pressure. And sometimes booking a little bit of a longer massage so that the area can be worked for a little bit longer with a little bit less pressure can be super effective. So that's an alternative route you can choose instead of doing a short session and trying to just put up with deep tissue to get, because the thing is, if you hate deep tissue and you're getting it done, how effective is that going to be? You're not going to go get your massage because you hate it. It's just like cryotherapy for me. Like, how effective is cryotherapy for me? Not very, because I don't go very often. That's like the only reason, because I hate being cold.
Yeah.
I just hate the cold. So even to stand in there for like 2 minutes is torture to me. So I have a really hard time doing it, even though when I've gone, I've gotten results from it. It's been effective, but it's not comfortable enough that I'd be willing to go on a regular basis.
I figured I'm more humble than anyone. Anyway. All right, moving on. What's the other? What do you need to be prepared for a massage? Do you need anything? You need to do anything?
Really try to get there a little bit early in case they need you to fill out paperwork and do an intake form. Always try to arrive a little bit early, because like I said, if you're late, that's your time off of your session that's gone. So if you can come a little bit early, give yourself some time, just be ready to talk about your body. That's the number one thing that you can do to be prepared. Think about what hurts, where your pains are, how you can describe them, how you can communicate to your therapist. Because especially if you go to like the big chain places, they book so many people back to back with very little breaks in between that they don't have a lot of time to sit there and get to know you and ask you all these questions. So if you have that information ready to go and you can volunteer that when they do give you that like 60 seconds that you get to talk before they tell you to get on the table, then you can at least communicate as much as possible and hopefully help your therapist do their job to the best of their ability.
Okay, last question, and I think this is a pretty cool one. If you are interested, you want to flip it out. I think we really touched, except for some ones about you. But
no, these are all good.
Okay.
We got through a lot of questions. It took a long time.
Yeah. But if someone was interested in becoming a massage therapist, what advice would you give them?
Okay. And I'll actually do this last question I got too as well. My mom, she asked, why did you become a massage therapist? So I'll do these last two ones. So advice for a new therapist, anyone who's looking to get into it, is just do research, do extensive research before you make that decision, and see what all it entails. The amount of school that you have to go to, the costs, but also finding a therapist. Like I'll talk to anybody if anyone has any questions and wants to talk about it. But finding someone that you can talk to that you trust, that'll be honest and give you answer some of your questions, tell you what it's like being a massage therapist, tell you what the pros and cons are and that type of thing. That's really the best thing you can do, is find someone that's working in the field. And then again, when you go to school is all about learning the basics. And then from there, you have to know that to be successful, your learning doesn't stop when you're done with school. Like, that's when it starts. You got to go out there and be constantly continuing to learn more modalities. And I can't bring you anywhere.
Sorry.
So you just know that it's the education part never ends with massage therapy, as if you want to be really good at what you do. And I just love what I do. I really enjoy it. I love learning new stuff. So I'm constantly taking more classes and reading up on stuff. And as far as becoming a massage therapist, I've always been interested in health and fitness and that whole world. I got certified as a personal trainer before I was ever a massage therapist, because I was really into fitness. And what are you doing? Why?
I'm sorry.
Why are you doing that? I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to tell
your hair smells so good.
You're not paying any attention.
No, I am paying attention. I'm sorry. Your hair smells good, so I'm sorry. Sorry.
How does it smell good? It just smells like it always smells.
No, it's just
I can't answer your question. Sorry, Mom. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Because I'm over here next to... I was going to call you a bunch of bad words.
Go ahead. Tell your story. Sorry.
Anyways, I really liked the idea of being able to help people and being able to relieve their pain manually. And the more I started looking into massage, the more I liked it. All those little things that I found out about it, I liked it and I liked it and I liked it. I'm a very physical person. I like physical contact. I'm very comfortable with it. I am not judgmental of people's bodies types. It means more to me to be able to help somebody than if they're hairy or if they just came from the gym, or like that stuff's little. I've been in pain. I know what it feels like when my back hurts. When your back hurts, when your neck hurts, like everything hurts. Doing everything hurts. Sitting there and watching TV hurts. Getting up and going to play with your kids hurts. And you don't want to do stuff, and it just ruins your mood, you know? So to be able to help people feel better so that they can leave my office and go enjoy their life and be with their friends and family and their job and just feel better, it's a wonderful feeling. And every single person that comes through my door I leave them better off than I found them. And that is such a wonderful feeling to have that over and over and over throughout the day. So that's why I became a massage therapist, and that's why I do what I do.
Well,
I love it.
Well, we definitely appreciate you for doing what you do. I'm very thankful, and for anybody that been on your table or sat in your chair is also thankful, because you bring a lot of passion to your profession. And thank you for being you. Hard work, relaxation.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Hard work, relaxation.
Yeah.
I need a shirt.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll tattoo that hashtag on my chest.
Okay, that's funny. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor, share this video, like it, leave some more comments. We'll try to give back feedback. We'll try to give more feedback. But thank you. Next week episode, we're gonna talk about Avengers, the movie. We kind of figured that, and me and my homie Hector, he's another comic book nerd. We kind of figured that it's been a month since the movie been out, so it's safe to talk about the movie. If you haven't seen it, then you probably should skip out on the episode. But if you have seen it, watch it. We're gonna talk about what we thought about the movies, the scenes we like, and our prediction for Avengers 4.
Ooh.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Thank you guys. Another episode of Harlem.
Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I just wanted to say, please like my Facebook page, 7 Moons Therapeutic Massage. That's where you can get all the information, and that's where you can contact me to book your appointment. I really appreciate it, and thanks, Peggy, for the referrals.
Yeah, also check out Victor May and Hustle Hard Boxing.
Yeah, you can look at that too, but go to mine first.
Yeah.
And guess what, you guys, I'm on Google now, so if you haven't left me a review on Google yet, just Google 7 Moons Therapeutic Massage, leave me a review. I'd really appreciate it.
All right. Hard work, bad decisions. The good, the bad, the ugly. Let's talk about it.
Thanks, you guys.